why bother trying? You don't possess the tools to do anything extraordinary. You're just a regular person who is definitely going to fail if they try. So what's the point in trying? I think it's better to just stay comfortable, right? You're not going to be able to lift that weight. You're not going to be able to maintain a healthy diet even if you try. You're not going to be able to make lots of money because you're a quitter and you fail at every hurdle that comes your way. Is this how we really speak to ourselves when we deny ourselves the opportunity to just step into our purpose, to be greater? All of us have the ability to be so extraordinary and to just unlock the beauty that is inside of us that we hide and bury. But we just don't give ourselves the tools or the permission to be great sometimes. We sabotage ourselves. And it's important to just realize the areas of your life where you are actively sabotaging yourself, that you are your worst enemy. And the craziest part is so often we blame the things around us, the situations, the circumstances that we're in. But so many successful people have come from the mud. Most of them have. Like, the most extraordinary people had a reason, a challenge to overcome, and they overcame it. And that's what makes their story so much greater. Because if they were just born into success, it wouldn't be as much of a masterpiece of a story, would it? Because we would be like, oh, well, that was easy for you. But what's so great is when the circumstances are not handed to you, when it feels impossible, and that is when you actually step into your greatness. For me, I remember being so depressed, bed rotting. I was asking my mum, I called her and I'm like, Mum, what's the point of life? Why am I alive? What's the purpose? If this is how much life can hurt you and beat you down, why do I keep trying? Why do I wake up every day and what am I doing this all for? And that is such a sad place to be in. But what a beautiful thing to actually then transmute that pain. I started waking up at 5 a.m. and going to the gym at 5 in the morning, which was really hard for me. And I instantly felt change. I felt purpose. I felt like, wow, maybe I can do this. Maybe there is a greater reason to me being here. But it started with me deciding to value my body and value my life. I had to know who I am and know my identity and know that I'm not here for no reason. Your life is no accident. And it's so crazy in the world we live in social media, because everywhere you go, there's people showing you, well, my life's better than yours, and my glutes are bigger and I have abs and you don't. And that's because I'm disciplined and you're not. That can be the message that we receive. But what about if we use that as inspiration? Oh, look, there's someone here who I look up to. Forget all the materialistic aspects of the gym, right? This person has actually built the resilience where they haven't got a secret BBL, because we know that happens a lot too, to actually get themselves up at 5 in the morning and go and train and do these hard things. Wow. Why don't I give myself the permission to do that? It's funny because overthinking has two sides to it. You can overthink so much that you cause yourself a paralysis of action. I love Nike saying just do it, because sometimes you just need to take the action. Just get on with it. Give it a try. Don't be afraid to fail. Take a risk. I fail loads in my life, but I have to keep going, keep trying and not give up, because what if you don't fail? What if you actually succeed? But the other side of overthinking that is good is the fact that if you can spend some time in self-reflection and say to yourself, okay, why don't I give myself the permission to be great or to do the things that I want to do? Why don't I get up early in the morning? For me, that was because I'm doom scrolling. I'm doom scrolling because I want to dissociate, because I can't handle the pain. When life gets really tough, I don't want to sit in that. I don't want to process my pain. That feels uncomfortable. That feels vulnerable. It feels like I'm weak. And so I have to actively take the steps to build strength. And one of those things is processing my emotions and thinking about where my blockages are in life and where I keep sabotaging myself actively. And then taking the steps to change those things. What do I need to do? So for me, that's switching off my phone at 10 p.m. Switch off my phone at 10 p.m. Read a book. At the moment, I'm reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And once I've removed those blockages, I actually feel healthier. I don't just feel fulfilled. I feel peaceful. But when I bottle up my emotions and I instead decide to do something like, I don't know, go on a night out, get myself back into toxicity, I feel good for a moment, and then it all compounds and I feel worse than I've ever felt. Literally, I feel like I've gone back to where I was when I was in bed asking my mum, what's the point? So we need the awareness every day to be like, where am I sabotaging myself? And this is where accountability and responsibility comes in, because it's so easy to blame other people for your situation. This friend keeps doing this to me. I don't know how to cook. These issues or these blockages are indicators of where you need to make change in your life. For example, if you have people around you who are speaking negativity into your life, who are creating pain, they're not aligned with you, why have you still got them there? Is it comfort? Is it codependency? Do you have abandonment issues that you need to work through? I know I certainly had that I needed to work through. I would lean into toxicity so much in the past. Like, I've had to do the work to unpack that. I'll be so afraid of confronting people when they upset me. And now I'm at a place where I genuinely force myself to confront people. I've had situations where I'm literally shaking because I hate conflict so much. It's so foreign to my body because I've always been such a people pleaser, because I want people around me to be happy. But if someone's doing something that is not right, you have to call it out. And it doesn't mean that you need to be aggressive or like rude to someone. You just speak up for yourself. Give yourself the permission to speak up, to be better, right? But it's all about having the responsibility to say, oh, that's my fault because I was too scared to tell you not to push my boundaries in that way. And now you've got comfortable pushing my boundaries, but that was because of me. Responsibility and accountability is everything. And it gives you then the agency to say, oh, this is because I allowed this and now I can change it. This is one of the most beautiful things about pain, because it shows you where you need to make change. And the opposite of that is being a victim and going into this state of like, oh, my life is like this because I've been dealt this hand in life. I wasn't born into the wealthiest family. When I grew up, my family were actually going through quite a rough time. And so I think that actually gave me the ability to be like a go-getter. I was the youngest child, and I remember a time when I was so obsessed with gymnastics, because I've always been someone who's really physical. Like, I love physical exercise. It brings me so much joy. I wanted a trampoline so bad. And my parents were like, no, you can't have that right now because it's too expensive and there's not much space in the garden. So I showed my mum, I was like, Mum, there's a perfect space right here. I'll put it in the corner out of the way, but I need to learn backflips. I had to learn backflips. I was so determined. So what I did was, okay, like, I'm a little 11-year-old. I don't have a job. I went around the neighborhood washing cars. I took action. I did not know what I was doing. I was making a little small pocket change. Eventually, well, back in that day, it was about £89 for a trampoline from Argos. I bought a trampoline with my own hard-earned that money myself, washing cars. I didn't even know how to wash cars. And I bought a trampoline. My parents were shocked. And then the next hurdle, because life always presents its next hurdles, was, Mum, could you please help me build this trampoline? No, I can't. I'm too busy. They're trying to keep the family afloat, trying to help us to have enough income to survive and to do well. And so my brother didn't want to help me, my sister didn't want to help me, my dad didn't want to help me. Well, they couldn't. They didn't have the time. So guess who went and built a trampoline at 11 years old by themselves? Me. I've read the instructions. I don't know how on earth I did that. I wouldn't even know how to do that now. I couldn't make my own bed. So I just took the time to build a trampoline because I was so determined to get a backflip. I was so locked in and I wasn't letting anything stop me. And that's the mentality we have to have. You can say, oh, my family aren't wealthy, so I can't get a trampoline. Or you can say, okay, how do I make the money to get a trampoline and to build it in my backyard? You can say, I am so overweight. I'm addicted to unhealthy food. I'm never going to be able to overcome this. Or you can say, what do I need to do for me? What's going to work for me? Because everyone's different. We all have our unique ways of thinking and dealing with life. And it's like, what's going to work for me? What do I need to change? First of all, what am I doing wrong? Where am I sabotaging myself? Like, for me, one of the things is like, if I don't do my grocery shop, I'm a busy girl. I'm always active. I'm always at the gym. I'm always at work. I'm always doing things. If I don't do my grocery shop, I am going to order takeaway. That is a guarantee. And I know that. So why do I not put a time aside to sit down and do my Asda order? I don't have a car. I have to order my groceries, and it just takes that one little half an hour focused time for me to just order my groceries to my house. And that saved me money, and it helps me with my physique, because then I can decide on a Sunday, oh, now I can do some meal prep and get ahead of the game. So it's just all about you taking that responsibility and being the author of your life. Don't let your struggles be the author of your life. You rewrite the script. Yeah, take control. Take back your life. I hope this helped you. Don't just live passively. Don't just coast along. Be the author and the leader of your life. And if that means you're going to go to the gym and lift heavy weight to show yourself, I am strong, I can do this, to remind yourself, then go and do it. Whilst we're all dealt different hands in life, and we don't all have the same resources, you do have the power of choice. You do have the power to take matters into your own hands. And sometimes you do need a helping hand. You do need someone to guide you. Sometimes you need to pray. And God's been really helping me recently. I have to do my morning reading my Bible and praying, because that just sets up my day with a positive intention. Where I used to wake up feeling awful. I used to wake up feeling so anxious in the mornings. When I wake up and I read my Bible, I remember who I am. And I remember that I'm capable. I was always told, you're messy. You can't look after a space. I was messy, but I wanted to prove to everyone that I can do that. I can make a change. So I got my own place. I did it up all myself. There was no furniture. I've got all these systems in place to keep my house really tidy. And yeah, from time to time it gets a bit messy. But generally speaking, I really just wanted to make myself proud and take action to change things. And it was genuinely delusional confidence that got me here. Genuinely. Delusional self-belief. And like I said, having people around you that are positive, like my family, would speak life into me. And they, as much as they did tease me for my messiness, they also never made me feel like I can't do anything that I put my mind to. And if you don't have people around you that are doing that for you, be that person for yourself. Remind yourself that you can do anything you put your mind to. And if you're not going to do it, I'm going to be here to tell you. You are capable of anything you put your mind to, as long as you give yourself the permission to try and to fail. And even when you fail, you're going to get back up and you're going to try again and again and again and again until you make it. Because that's the level of resilience and the determination that you need to make the most of your life. Because your life is a gift and you are a star, babe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Go to the gym.